This is Audrey, also known as Noble Strength, and welcome back to my channel. And as I mentioned to you in a previous video, I wanted to share with you my experience on Poshmark. So I want to break it down into like several segments. So the first segment, I just want to give you a little bit of background about Poshmark, because I feel like if you're going to venture into something, you should know a little bit about the company and how it got started. Next, I'm going to tell you how easy and user-friendly it is. And then secondly, I'm going to share with you how I package an item, because I actually need to ship out something tomorrow. So first of all, the company was established in 2011. There are several founders of this particular company, and it's considered an online a mobile app for marketing, or selling things, buying and selling. So it was established in 2011, like I say, by several founders. The leading founder is Manish Chandra, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, and there were several others. They had to get financial backing, and it was interesting to find out that several of the people who financially supported them was stylist Rachel Zoe, Ashton Kutcher, the actor, and those were just a few of the people who ventured in and gave in some monetary support to get this company going. But anyway, it initially started as a way for women to sell things from their closet. So it was specifically geared towards women in the beginning. But in 2016, they expanded and created a more diverse selling platform by allowing you to be able to sell men's and children's things as well. So there are many things that can be found on Poshmark, and I think this was just an awesome and excellent idea. And actually the founder, Manish Chandra, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, also founded Caboodles. So if you're an 80s child, you know all about Caboodles, those little carrying cases that you could store all your little beauty supplies and hair things in. So yeah, she was the leading founder. But anyway, that was just some interesting information that you can Google and find yourself, and you can get more information on Poshmark. Now, having said all of that, Poshmark, in my experience, I started in 2016, last year in December. So I haven't been on very long, about 4 or 5 months that is, and I have had a very pleasant experience. I just tested it out by uploading maybe 3 or 4 items in the beginning. I started with purses only. I said, let me just test out purses, because I have so many of those anyway, a plethora of them. I thought it'd be great to start with that, and immediately I sold some things, and so that was very encouraging, very easy to use. What happens when you sell something, immediately they send you an email, and then it has a label attached to it. You print out the label and you package up everything and you send it out. And once the person receives it, they can go to the app and accept, or go online and accept. And once they accept, you are immediately given a credit for whatever you sold it for. Now that credit will remain as a credit unless you request that you be sent a check, which I did the first time that I sold something, because I sold some Gucci shoes that I found for like $50, and I asked them to cut me a check. I got the check probably in about 5 business days, so it took a little bit of time to get the check. And the next times that I sold some things, I let the sales accumulate on my credit, and I actually used that to purchase something that I have been wanting for a very long time, which I'm going to share with you in my next video. So I won't share it in this one, but it's a really great find, just so you know. And typically, once they get their item, they have the opportunity to give you a rating. So you want to make sure that your packaging is fresh and cool and fabulous, and that you put those little extra somethings in there, like a note card. Some people put candy or whatever little treats in there to show their thanks and appreciation, to get the sellers to come back. And they can give you ratings, and you really want to get a 5-star rating if you can. That means that's the top rating, and the more of those you have, of course, the more people are going to feel comfortable with coming to your marketplace to buy. I'm just going to show you how I package my items, because I've got to get out a Burberry handbag. Okay, so I'm showing you my phone. I'm sorry about the glare. Screens don't really record very well. But anyway, this is what the Poshmark logo looks like right here, or the icon or app square. So we're just going to click on that. And when it opens up, it usually just goes to the page that you were last on. So you can see at the top, and this is iOS and Android apps, so they're on both those. But anyway, so as you can see, there's the Poshmark, so it goes to the last page you're on. I'm just going to click on mine, which is Noble Artisan, and then it takes you to your profile, and I'll click on my image, my picture. So that's what comes up when you see my profile. Let me get back off of that. So anyway, here are some assortments of things that I have for sale. So what I'm getting ready to ship out today is this Burberry handbag, and I have other handbags and things on there. And so as you can see, I have been selling items on Poshmark, and so it allows you to meet your Poshmark person. So if you click on that, it'll tell you just a little bit about the person and when they were established and things that they like. So that's called Meet the Posher. And we'll go back. Let's see if I can take you to some things about sales. So hopefully that'll come up. So you can see right now, these are some of the things that I have sold on Poshmark, and this is what I meant by ratings and status delivered. So you can click on that, and people can also comment. They call them love notes, and they will type in something like, I really liked my bag, etc., etc. So there you see, and that's that. So now that I've shown you how user-friendly it is and how you can shop as well, you can click on that, and then you can also like things, and the things that you like stays in your profile. So these are some things that I have liked and that I go back to, because if my credits build up, I possibly could go and purchase some of the things that I like, which is what I did. So like I said, that's coming in another video. So that was that. And I'll just cut it off there, and let's go ahead and get to packaging. This is what the labeling looks like. They will send this to you in your email. So I'm just showing you the screen, and so you just print that out on your printer, and it will come out on the full page. So then you'll have to trim it down. Alright, so once you printed it out and trimmed it down, it's going to look like this, and that's what you're going to put on the top of your packaging. And as far as packaging goes, you can use, they recommend that you use any type of packaging. A brown box, you can use these that you could buy at any store. I got this at Dollar Tree for $1. I got several of those, but you can also get free packaging and shipping boxes from the United States Postal Service, which you can see I have a stack and array of boxes. However, you cannot use the ones that say flat rate box, which I did not know, and so I ordered all of these. So I have all of these boxes, and I can't use those. So what I did have to do is buy some brown wrapping paper that has to be covered and can't show with your shipping label. So I will cover my brown boxes, these boxes, with the brown wrapping paper. And you don't want to go over 5 pounds because the shipping you have to pay for if it goes over 5 pounds. And so some things that you're going to need for your, I guess, shipping, things that I like to have: bubble wrap, an assortment of cards, because I like sending nice little notes to people. You need some packaging tape, and then maybe some cool arrays of tissue paper so that you can stuff your items or your bags or whatever it is that you're sending. So these are just some things that I use. Now, I wanted to say, and I'm just gonna kind of put my tripod down here, that I try to ship, let's get this adjusted, I try to ship in a way that I would want to receive something, because you know, sometimes people don't really care about how they package things, and then they shove things in the bag and then you get the item and it's all crumpled up. So I'm going to use this Burberry bag as an example. You can ship it in an envelope like this, but that means you can't stuff it, and that means you would probably have to flatten it out like that, turn the handles down, and then ship it in the bag. So in this manner, it could be shipped. So I could actually just put it in there and get it out. And that would be less hassle for me, right? However, upon getting this, there's not really a guarantee of how that's going to look and get to the person that's getting it, and they would probably be very disappointed. So I'm not going to ship mine in this packaging this time, but I did just want to show you maybe some do's and don'ts of shipping. So for mine, I really want to put it in a bigger box. The box is still going to be under 5 pounds. It's just going to be a little bit bulkier. So what I'm going to do is ship it in this big huge box right here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start packaging that up, and I'll kind of speed it up so you can see what the end result will be. Alright, so I have the bag in the box, and I think this is a much more presentable way of receiving a handbag, especially if it's supposed to be a top of the line brand. You don't want to get it all squished. So I've wrapped the handles and put stuffing around so that it won't shift and knock around so much. Now, always make your buyers aware of all of the flaws in your items prior to them receiving them, so it won't be a surprise to them. I make sure I zoom in on all of the flaws on everything before I ship them, so that it can be clearly aware to them before they accept to buy. So now that it's packaged, I'm going to close it up and put the label on, and then I'll be done. By the way, I've chosen to just cover this with some pretty colorful paper, and then I am going to use these one of these cards to write my notes. I thought that the cute little birds goes well with the paper, so I'm going to just write a nice little thank you and ask that they you know, enjoy the bag, and I hope their experience buying from me was a good one, that type of thing. And I'm just going to drop it in there and then close it up. So that's my little extra that I'm going to put in there, which is always good to do. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. I really hope that this helps someone out there who was possibly thinking about maybe selling some things on Poshmark. Like I said, my experience was an excellent experience and has been, and I hope it continues to be. And I hope my tips and what I shared today, you know, help you to make your decision. So once again, this is Audrey, also known as Noble Strength, encouraging you to be a good steward of all that God has given you, because He loves us so very much. And thank you for tuning in. And if you're new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you click that subscribe button and click the notification button down below so that you can see more videos. And as I said before, I will be uploading my first purchase from Poshmark using my credits that I earned. So stay tuned for that video as well. Bye.